Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our institution, the Institute of Global Professionals, and welcome to an international free webinar. Thank you all for joining and stay with us till the end in this wonderful evening because a lovely audience. Today, I am your host for the evening, Miss Tel, a faculty development personnel in the Philippines. So, ladies and gentlemen, dear audience, I am proud to be associated with IGP, and I feel honored and privileged to host this webinar. It's my delight to welcome you all to our institution, the Institute of Global Professionals. This is a free webinar. Let's enjoy. And once again, thank you all for joining us today in this marvelous evening. It is my pleasure and humble request to all of you to stay with us till the end, for I am sure we will have a vital takeaways from this webinar. So each time you are welcome to like and comment in our webinar. Don't forget to tag, share, and mention your friends in the comment box. So let's watch together and learn together. We believe that power is gained by sharing knowledge, not hoarding it, because sharing is caring. So once again, I am Miss Tel from Philippines, a faculty development personnel, a core volunteer, a mother, a student, and hopeful to be awarded a lifetime member of IGP. That would be an honor. So every day, new participant joined with us. So I have to give a little concept about IGP. The Institute of Global Professionals serves students and community resource, providing a holistic social work and education to create a proficient generation. IGP is a leading online skill development institute with thousands of learners worldwide. We make it get at able to use every knowledge seeker to originate a personality that is more determined, to have ambition, confident to face any circumstance, and develop own skills. We are entrusted with international recognition, and the Institute of Global Professionals is an educational institution that provides social work. We believe that it's not effective to increase one's skills just by acquiring formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. We organize our webinars, trainings, offline and online trainings, and courses and others with our best and trained speakers and coaches from all over the world to create a best learning platform for you all. Our mission is to empower people and enhance learning. With that, we have already completed 177 previous webinars successfully. And we expect that you all will benefit in this webinar in personal and professional life. Also, we wish that you will be with us in this journey. Let me remind you again, don't forget to share, tag, comment, and mention your friends in the comment box because your attachments encourage us to do better in providing the best service to our lovely audience tonight. Our mission is to empower our youth to stay with us with your support. Again, a warm welcome to you all. Today, we would like to present our 178th webinar entitled Importance of Information and Technology. Without much further ado, let me introduce you to our first speaker. Let's all welcome Professor Christina Scaler from Croatia. She is a professor advisor with more than 20 years of experience. She achieved successful communication and teaching effect for over 300 students of vocational school in one school year, and she is a bearer of 9 teaching topics. She possesses strong multitasking skills with the ability to manage multiple projects and schedules simultaneously. An excellent public oriented person for pupils, students, fellow teachers, the interested public in the field of new technologies meet manufacturing, and she is focused on technological savvy and efficiency. Her experiences, Ma'am or Professor Christina Scaler is leader and organizer of free volunteer workshops and public events with her students in the new technologies meet traditional manufacturing, constantly looking for future challenges. She encourages and leads interested young people to maker fair events, conferences, and festivals, creating with them a culture of peer-to-peer teaching. Mentor at the Global Children Designation 2017 and 2018, and participant in the Global Service Jam 2018 and 2019. She is a mentor at startup conferences, Startup Weekend Zagreb 2012, Podium 2018, Interreg FabLab Net 2018, in cooperation with FabLabs, was organized and implemented 310 workshops in 4 years in the region of Eastern and Central Europe. Winner of the State Award for the Promotion of Technical Culture Post Rensic for 2018 and the State Award for Teachers Ivan Filopovic for 2019. She is a trainer, beginner teachers, Catholic University of Croatia at Zagreb, Croatia. June 2014 at present. So, motivate new teachers for challenges and vocational schools. Involve a generation characteristics in teaching and communication. She is a trainer. She is a trainer, an educator, a graduate of mechanical engineer, faculty of mechanical engineering and naval architecture in the University of Zagreb with the thesis Introduction and Application of the Program Six Sigma Quality Management. Her case skills and characteristics, she is a strong interpersonal and communication skills with MS Office, Fusion 360, 3D printing, ability to work collaboratively as part of a team, problem solver, leadership, meticulous attention to detail, excellent organization skills, and poise under pressure. That's what really matters. So, once again, let us all welcome our award winning global entrepreneur, Mom Christina Scaler from Croatia. Welcome, Mom.
Thank you, Tal. Thank you for this long description of me. Thank you. Uh, Thank you for everything. I will be short because you have told me a lot of things about me. I will show what is importance of information and technologies in my work and with the students and with my new beginning teacher, and how we share information and share the knowledge and the skills with the technologies. Thank you. I will share my screen now. I think it will be okay. Uh, yes,
Okay,
entire
ma'am.
screen. Thank you.
The audience is yours, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. Do you see my presentation?
Yes, ma'am. I can see it.
Yes, I will see all
There it
screen.
is.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for invitation. And today's subject is importance of information and technology, and I will share what we are doing. And this is a nice um, post on the building. On this site, September 5th, 7082, nothing's happened. That is information that in that day, nothing's happened. Very interesting. What I'm doing, I'm mechanical engineer. I graduated on faculty in Zagreb, I'm teacher in vocational school with my students each year, from 15 years to 20 years old, boys and girls. I teach 20 years here. I teach them old manufacturing, and the new technologies is here: laser, 3D printing, etc., 3D modeling, and here is the vacuum forming, and we make some products, some new innovations with my students. Here in my background is my students. I am the Department of Ministry of Education give me the awards of promotion of technical culture in this area in my country. I think that is my work is small step for man and the big one for humanity. And I teach my students team working, team building, and to show how must go out of the school and ask other people, not just me as a professor, and we must share information from teach from the factory in real time in real places. And I take my students. These two guys are my students in first standing row is the my students, and we are going to one global service jam, and we on method global design thinking we developed the new products, new services, and that was very interesting because we meet other people sharing information and the new technologies, and we connecting and we developed the new things. My students, my 14 students, you see here in the black t-shirts, they teaching pair to pair public interest, interesting public and the students in one primary school. And we prepare, me and my students prepare these events for several primary schools and the conferences. uh, this is my first start with new technologies. My student asked me, can I lead them to open days for 3D printing in architecting faculty in Zagreb, and I go with them to share new technologies and new information because in our classroom, in our school, in that time we don't have that technologies. Um, and my student make the workshops as told 30 320 workshops for pupils for interest public. This is the students in black shirts you see here, and they help to primary school how to modeling one Trojan horse. And this is my daughter. She is the educator and leader of some workshops. She present drama evocation like Helena, Queen Helena from Troy, and she helps two other kindergarten pupils. They join to our workshop in several cities, and we prepare some ceramic tiles to coloring the young pupils in that small city on the festivals. What happened in these festivals when one young girl coloring shapes like this is the shape and the flower and motif from Turkish Suleiman Ottoman period, historical period in our in our culture. But that girl told me that motif was on my grandma uh, um, old fashioned clothes, and that is important when the children connecting the tiles motif with clothes motive on grandpa and grandma clothes, and that is importance of sharing information, how the motives came in our culture with historical events. Reconnecting the new technologies, the laser engraving, we find the motifs on internet. We prepare the 2D pictures for laser machine, and laser machine in few minutes engraving and cutting these tools for clay. This gray is the clay for furnace, preparing for furnace to be ceramic tiles, which other audience coloring and bring at home. And this is the new technology, laser engraver and cutter from China. It's very cheap. It's you can make it lots of things for the events. And my student, this is my students, he made this vacuum forming machine and share the knowledge and the information how it's cheap and simple to make this machine and make mold for everything you want to prepare. My students share the knowledge pair to pair. He is 17, I think 18 years old, and this is some school pupils. They teach 3D modeling in SketchUp program. What is most important to develop each other global citizen skills, innovation and creativity skills, technology skills, interpersonal skills, lifelong and student driving learning, problem based and collaborative learning, accessible and inclusive learning, personalized and self-paced learning. I will show how can you develop to yourself, because it's most important to find information and share to others. In lifelong learning, read widely and often. Read the books, the periodic magazines, read the internets, uh, uh, and keep smart company. Find the company which have the similar interest and try to volunteer with them. Keep a list of things you want to explore. Make each month, each 6 months, what you want to learn or explore. Start your own project to connecting with other similar people in makerspace or some fab lab spaces. Find a job that encourage learning, uh, because each day we must learning new skills, learning the new information that benefits our life. Use a personal learning environment, experiment with new ways to learn as a power speed reading, teach others, join a study group. This is my colleagues in Kazan, World Skills International. Before 2 years, just now, we are in the skill, develop the skill prototyping modeling with our students. And today, after first industrial revolution, second, third, we have now in this moment four industrial revolution, with internet connecting computers, manufacturing, production, services, personal services. Everything is connecting with mobile devices and internet, and because of that, it's easy to get the new information and share information. We must be we must see the importance. If industry have flexible production line, we must tailoring learning path of each other. If industry have online quality control, we must made for each student formative assessment. If workers monitoring automation, teacher becomes the mentors. If the industry developed custom products, we must develop in our students and public differences and pluralism. If the industry have system engineer, the education it must be the goal of each other of us. If industry needs of workers long life learning, our teacher and our students must continuous teacher training participate. And because of that, you see all of these skills around the circle we must develop for each of us, because we can't uh, participate online a lots of things if we don't develop these small skills like entrepreneurships. And if you see the fields of manufacturing is writing here, you can stop the presentation after me after this session and search what is your interest of field of exploring, and you search the some article of internet, some factory on this internet, some education of that subject. That is important. If we have the new way of learning, use the video books, blogs and podcasts and courseware. This is my line of teacher, but my students must use all of these sources to learn differences. I must prepare as a teacher formative assessment to provide timely feedback, to personalize the feedback. And that is more important for information, sharing the correct, timely, personalizing information. We must diverse what is the mentoring and the teaching. I'm not the tutors, I'm the mentor. And the personalized uh, products and service. That is most important in these days. Individual, we must make for each other, each of our pupils, students, or some old people, made a individual education plan. What you want to learn in next 1 year, 2 years, that is must be written on the paper. And because of that, you can choose the right path of your learning. We share information of downloading, watching TV, training program of the for DVD schedule. We searching information for our schedule and meeting, for conduct meeting to like this education online. We made the conference face to face or for much more uh, participate. We must make time productivity. We must make to-do list each days. We made information and technologies work from home in this industria 4.0. In this time of pandemic is the new normal things. And we watch on demand answer video on TV, if you're watching on mobile devices in your train, etc. That is all the canal of sharing information. And if you use all these channel in good time management, you can develop your skills, you can feed your skills with new information and new technologies. How we start in small Croatia? In small Croatia, in 2007, in Zagreb was exhibition of Atlantic Codex Leonardo da Vinci. My students comment that Faust Vrancic, our uh, citizen 400 years before, his parachute is better than Leonardo. That information I heard from my students, and I ask, can you build the model of Leonardo and Faust Vrancic parachute. They said they can. And they made the research what is made by Leonardo, what is developed by Faust Vrancic, our citizen 400, 400 years before from now. And they research the history facts, they research the construction facts, and they build a presentation of two lives of innovators, Leonardo da Vinci and Faust Vrancic. And we made 50 interdisciplinary workshops for students and teachers. You see here Department of Aeronautics in Faculty of Transport and Traffic Science in Zagreb. They call me to make this interdisciplinary workshop parachute of Leonardo and Faust Vrancic. You see, this is the dean of that department and faculty, and everybody of department enjoy and developed the new skills, soft skills. They have the conversation. They uh, make something together as the project in one day, and that brings the smile of them. And they uh, continuously improved their department because of the similar of these workshops. And in the years of 2015, I took the students to the open days of 3D printing when I mentioned that. When they wanted to make a printer in the plastic box you see in the corner, and we have in few days ask, can you share what is the 3D printing uh, manufacturing, can you share the knowledge? And we start 320 workshops education about new technologies meet traditional manufacturings. This is my students 1 year after this meeting, this first exhibition, open days. They share their knowledge pair to public interest. And you see the workshop in primary school. They share, this is my students here, you see on the exhibition here in the classroom, other classroom, primary school, they teach how to modeling, 3D modeling for 3D printing. This is sharing the information. If you learn something on exhibition or online, please can you prepare something to share that information to others? And that is importance of sharing information and sharing the new technologies and skill for them. Here is the conference for Carnet user um, educators in Croatia, and they ask me how is clay connected with internet. What is the connection of clay, modeling clay, with internet of things? I ask this old man, old professor, can you give me the logo of your school in Zagreb? He told me he cannot. He must ask his principal in Zagreb to share with email the logo of the school. The principal from Zagreb sharing the logo with emailing. And in few minutes, we developed this tool in his hand, the engraving and cutting in laser machine. And he mentioned in half hour, he made the clay modeling for future ceramic magnet for his school with logo of his school. And he learned in 1 hour what is the connecting of clay modeling and internet of things, the sharing information very quick and very efficient. Yes, efficient. This is my colleagues, international colleagues in Kazan. I was there in 2019, and I connecting with Russian, Swiss, Korean, Taipei, um, Indonesia, Vietnam, China, Brazil. I connecting with them, and we improve the world with the power of the skills. In this, with these colleagues, we are developed prototyping modeling skills, and in few years later, you see 2020, 21, when was the lockdown, I participate in online international training Asia skills, and we prepare our students to participate in online friendly World Skills Asia and Russia in this summer. My students are third in third place, you see Mate Tkalčević, Croatia. He participated. We sharing the information on global space. And I have a award nomination of best judgment aspects knowledge. I share what is the judgment in that skills in prototyping modeling and industrial design technology. And that is importance of sharing information in and technology. And in this spring 2021, the beautiful organization, most powerful, enlightening, witty gossip organization, prepare 17 days of summit of global peace sustainable development summit, and each day was each different goals. My students prepare presentation. My students prepare uh, speak about seven sustainable goals, and they made wakelet maps, and my students prepare what books you can read about each goals of that sustainable goals, which we as a professor and the students explore in these days. And what I want to share, uh, this is education 4.0 for industry 4.0. I prepare my old student, that is the beginner of the teacher, and I share all my knowledge on my all my skills for them, how can be prepared for industry 4.0, because we must change education, and to be prepared our students are all of the teachers for industry 4.0. And this is next event we I am invited, and a few days in 7 days on conference women in Adria as a entrepreneur woman in Croatia, and we share the knowledge how can be entrepreneur from home. Mothers can be the future entrepreneurs. I think that is the small step for man and the big for humanity. Sharing the team building, connecting with other makers, connecting with uh, real factory, making the inclusive products for blind people. You see, my students developed didactic material for blind students and blind teachers, and we share all knowledge on conference and fairs. That is most important. Share information and share your skills in new technologies. Thank you for this. I will stop sharing, and I will came here. This is my presentation. Thank you. Thank you for your time. And I can show what is most important, sharing information and sharing the skills with new technologies. Thank you.
Wow, Mom, that's amazingly inspiring. It's a marvelous presentation, and thank you for giving us your valuable time. This session will be effective for our audience because you shared your intelligence, your experience, and knowledge with us. So, once again, thank you for enlightening us with your pearls of wisdom. Your contribution, precious time, and knowledge will be effective for our audience once again because you shared your insights effectively. No doubt, by the awareness they received through your technique, our viewers have lots of benefits today. So, once again, ma'am, thank you. We will see you again later on our Q&A. Thank you,
Yes,
ma'am.
thank you.
So, at this moment, it's time to move on to our next speaker. But before our next speaker, once again, I want to remind and invite you all to please support us with your share, tag, comments, and mention your friends. We will give the e-certificate link in the comment box. And if you will be facing any problem, you can collect your e-certificate direct from our website later on www.eduigp.com. And after collecting your e-certificate, don't forget to celebrate with IGP by checking in. So, here we go. Our second speaker is Dr. Sani Ahonse from Ghana. Sani, a chartered accountant and business consultant who has worked extensively as a training consultant in the private, public, and voluntary sectors, has also managed several startups and helped many SMEs to raise and secure the finances of accelerate the growth of their businesses. So, as an educator, by his definition, a person who draws out the best in others by the example of drawing out the best in himself. Sunny has inspired the development of many highly regarded organizations across the globe. His method is working with them to guide and thus to provide their own uniquely innovative developmental solutions to generate their business through collective value by always understanding and investing in their own people's truly distinct values. And that collective growth is maximized by investing in individuals' growth. That the business performances depend on everybody concerned cooperating purposely in an ethos of everyone involved recognizing, understanding, and respecting everybody's own specific developmental strengths. So that this strength, when unified intelligently in common resolve, is the surest way to succeed. In so many countries and companies, Sunny, having positively and tirelessly transformed the lives of so many people by awakening them to realizing the power of simply being your fearlessly unique self in every aspect of your life, is affectionately known as the Transformer. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Dr. Ahanse.
Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
sir.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir, you are loud and clear.
Very good. And can you also see my screen?
Um, Not yet, sir. You can
You
now
cannot.
share the screen.
You cannot see my screen. I'm sharing my screen. The infusion of medicine and modern technology. Can you see that?
Sure, we can. We are waiting for the. Yeah, there.
Can you not?
We are waiting for your screen, sir.
Oh, Kaufik, you're gonna share my screen then?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you have to share your screen from your laptop, that is from your entire screen.
I have my own laptop and I've already
Yeah,
pressed
yes, sir.
share screen.
Click on share, then share screen, then again share screen, then your entire screen.
Yeah, I have done so.
So no.
I've said share screen,
then again share screen,
share screen.
then you will find three options: entire screen, window, Chrome tab. So you have to share from your entire screen.
Right. Okay. That's what
Okay, then
that's
share.
why I sent you the my PowerPoint earlier. Remember?
No, actually, still now I didn't receive your PowerPoint too, sir.
It's actually in your email. Maybe it's gone to your junk mail.
Maybe.
Hold on. I've taken it for granted that you received my screen already.
No, sir.
Right. Okay. Let me ask somebody to have me share my screen.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. No, no, no. Kauchi hasn't received it. Can you just log in and share my screen? I know. You say he has not received it. Can you just log in and share my screen for me? No, you have the email, isn't it? You have access to the. No, you have access to the Zoom. You have.
Sir Koshi, do you
Yeah.
have? Okay.
Kaushik, you got my email. You got it
Yeah,
already.
right now, sir. Right now I got it. But
Can,
sir,
can you share it?
okay, sir. Let me download it first. So,
Okay.
Okay. Well,
there is no PPT. There is only a logo. I mean visiting card.
no, it's a PPT. You scroll down.
This is just a visiting card, sir.
Oh, Kaushik.
This
Okay,
one
let me
just
go.
a visiting card.
Check the attachment. There's an attachment with it.
Yeah, I checked, sir. I checked. Nothing here. Only one visiting card.
Okay, check again your inbox now because I was trying to share it and it was not allowing me to do so.
Sir, you can
Okay.
share it from your laptop, sir. You can share it from
That's what I'm
easily.
saying, but it couldn't allow me to do so. This is a problem. Unless I had to speak manually without sharing any screen. And it's not the same.
Hmm. So still no. I
Okay,
didn't receive any mail, sir.
okay. Is the next speaker ready to present?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am Tolikeme is ready.
Okay, let her present. Then while we're sorting this out.
Okay. Okay, sir. Ma'am Tel. Then
Yes.
our second speaker will be ma'am Tulekima and sir Sir San. You will be the third one.
Can
Okay.
if I can share with you my okay, let's do a private chat. Yes, Kaushik.
Yes, sure, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Uh,
Okay, hello. With the technical problem, we will be having our third speaker for this evening. Miss Muriel Mam Tulikima is an award winning global entrepreneur, a STEM and energy expert, a women empowerment advocate, international speaker, and published author who gained her experience working across four continents: Africa, Europe, Asia, and Oceania. She is a real champion who carries out empowerment work globally with a particular focus on energy, STEM, women, and entrepreneurship. Muriel is the recipient of numerous international awards. Global Tech Women Award by Wisdom Organization in 2015. She is also the managing director of the Perth Australia based consulting company MT Energy Resources. Wow. She has published 3 books and co authored 2 collaboration books. Her first book, Local Content K Enabler for Oil and Gas Projects in Emerging Markets, published in 2015, is now a reference for governments, international energy and companies, and universities in Africa, Europe, Australia, and Caribbean. She is contributing to several leadership, technical, and think tank groups is internationally and has been a guest lecturer in several technical and leadership institutions, as well as universities around the world. She has been identified and recognized as one of the women of influence in the energy sector and STEM globally. Muriel launched the Greatness Engineering Movement 3 years ago. She is host and executive producer of the global talk shows The Greatness Engineering Hour in English and Soyez Real in French. She is the editor in chief of the Greatness Engineering magazine and founded STEM Queens in Uganda and Australia, a social venture that has for objective to empower at least 1 million women and girls in STEM by 2025. Ma'am Merrill was recently selected to be the Global Chair Engineering of the eminent and prestigious G100 Club that is composed of some of the most powerful and influential top 100 women leaders in the world. She also joined Bringill Excellence LLP in UK and India to help bring and implement internationally their Vision 2020 to 2030, which is to create a $1 billion fund to transform 100 startups into unicorn. So, please give a warm welcome to Professor Meryl Tulikima. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, ma'am, you are loud
Fantastic.
and clear. Welcome, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for the great introduction and the warm welcome. It's a real pleasure to be here and to talk about the importance of information technology in our life right now. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to be very focusing on a specific industry, but the message for me is that IT is now very important in every single industry. And I'm gonna zooming into the oil and gas industry where I spent most of my career, and also talk about how using IT, using the digital tools, have helped me to increase my influence not only in my industry but also as a business person. And it has been very, very powerful. So I'm going to share um, my screen. Bear with me. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, we are so excited.
All right. So I need to go on the.
Okay, there it is.
So can you see it?
Yes, ma'am, we can see it, and the viewer is yours.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. So just to introduce, the subject of today, like I said, I'm going to focus on the importance of the information technology in everything that we do today. And as you can see from the picture, I mean, IT is at the center of everything right now. We've been the influence of IT has been increasing in everything that we've been doing, not only socially, but also as we do business, and make really the business market smaller in a way, because it actually bring, us to get, to a more globalized, more globalized market, and also more competitive, because as the market becomes really big, then there's a lot of, a lot of competition and a lot of things that needs to be done. The innovation, the creation has to be really, done quickly. Just to get back to who I am, so I've just put everything in picture here for me. This is where I started. I'm a petroleum engineer by background. I come from a country called Gabon in West Africa, which is a former French colony. So I started as an engineer, operation engineer on the field. So witnessing our well were drilled and analyzing the data. And here already there was an IT aspect, because a lot of the thing that we do in oil and gas, we don't see it. So we collect data using different tools and IT to get the data, and also use IT to analyze the data. So started as an engineer, is here in the field analyzing some of, the data that we had. And because we couldn't go back to the office, we had to make a decision very quickly. And that's how, you have to improvise. And it was back, 20, I think this one is like 15 years ago. But right now things have changed so much with, IT. We don't have to be, on the ground just waiting for the data. We can now do everything from our own station. So on top of all of that, so there's, the management part of things that I've done as well, which is, speaking at conferences, but also coaching, mentoring, and wrote a few books as well. So 3 books in the oil and gas industry that are doing really well, especially the first one. And I've worked internationally, so I'm based in Perth in Australia, but I've worked in Africa, I've worked in Asia, I've worked in Europe. Never worked in North America, but I've worked everywhere except North America. So just to get back a little bit to know where we are, and you probably hear a lot about what we call the vocal world. And especially right now, we are in the middle of an industrial revolution. This is the 4th industrial revolution. And a lot of things are very different from what we used to, we were used to. Things are very volatile. There's a lot of uncertainty. Everything is very complex, and there's a lot of ambiguity as well. And we've seen it with with COVID. Nobody could actually predict that COVID was going to come. So this is the kind of uncertainty that we have to deal with. Unfortunately, we have to. This is something that is not common, and we have to get prepared and know exactly what are the tools available that can help us. And one of the tools is actually IT. And IT has really profoundly changed our life because of the complexity of certain things. You as human, we find some of the solution. We need IT tools. We need all that is provided by IT to be able to get to a certain to get to and have some find some solutions. So just quickly to give you what is VUCA. So the complexity, you probably know what complexity is all about. It can be you have multiple uncertainty, but you need to make a decision. It can be the nature of the thing. It can be because it's changing rapidly. So you really have to look at what you can understand, what you can play with, and what are the factor that you can take into account to make a decision. There's the volatility as well. Things can be very quick. Things can change very very quickly, as what we've seen with COVID, for example. I mean, it came really quick, and then the whole world had to basically switch off and change the way things are done. And there's also what I call the uncertainty is always there. I mean, in life, nothing is really certain, so things are unpredictable. and we need to get ready. And they are more and more unpredictable now, because of what's going on and the different challenges, and we live in a digital world, so things go really quickly, even in terms of tools. We see it, for example, with our mobile phones. There's always a new version coming in. There's always a new technology coming in. So it's really going fast, and it can be sometimes overwhelming to make decision, and to even do business, or even socially to function in a family setting, or in a community. So that's very important to know. So I've talked about the fourth industrial revolution. We are in the middle of it. And have you see here, we went through different revolution. We went through the first one, which was the mechanical one, the second one electrical, and then the internet came, at the third industrial revolution. And now we are really in the midst of the fourth industrial revolution. And as you can see, the previous revolution were more about corporation, and the corporation had a very big, they had power, because a lot of the tools were quite expensive, and they were not available to anybody. But now in this industrial revolution, there's been basically there's more freedom, and it's more about empowering people. People can now have, thanks to IT, they can now basically run a business. They can, create a platform. They can communicate with somebody that is far, far away, in a different country. So a lot of things are possible. You don't have to go through a very rigid process or through a corporation to do a lot of things, especially when we talk about business. It's everything is available. The IT is available. It's cost effective, because it can be done sometimes just using a software, or anything that is available to any common person. And that's where the challenge is, because then you integrate a lot of a lot of things, a lot of work, or a lot of things that are coming from different angles, and the competition is really fierce. And that's where the power of IT is really important. So just to zoom into this fourth industrial revolution here. So when we're talking about fourth industrial revolution, obviously we're talking about the digitization, and really looking at integrating a lot of things, because the previous revolution were about a single area and very sequential things. Now it's about how do we integrate different things, different tools, different elements. And that's the power of this. And then we have, obviously with all of that, you have all the mobile device. We talk about cloud computing, which is about communicating with different people, and having this power. We talked about the Internet of Things platform. The first speaker talked about it. And then we have also what we call the digital business model and customer access, which is we have all the printing things, all the tools that we use in the office, a computer, and really having this all those connections that are possible between different human, different station, and also especially when we work, and I'm going to take the example of the oil and gas here. It's like we can now have all those unmanned platform. The platform where we drill, we used to have so many people involved in drilling wells. Now you just need few people that can just stay there, and using automation, using any digital tool, all the information that are collected and all the result about the drilling are sent directly to a central station where people are sitting in a room and just waiting for it. I think I have a picture here that here. So everything is happening, offshore, but then all the data are transmitted into a central room where they monitor what's going on, and they actually make decision when it's important. And it's the same here. They have, they monitor not only the time, they monitor the weather, and they monitor as well, all the different things that can happen. So they don't have to be there offshore. They can now do it from the office. So that's one thing. And then, obviously, there are other elements that are coming in the fourth industry, and the type of product that we do, and the services that how we actually deliver the services. A lot of things can now be done online. For example, I have a venture that I run, but I don't have full-time staff. I actually just get the staff when I need them, and I don't get them in Australia. I get them in different countries. You can go to their platform like Upwork. You have platform like Fiverr, where you can get people from the Philippines, from India, from Malaysia, from Kenya, from everywhere, and it actually help you to run your business without incurring too many costs. Because if I get somebody here, there's so many things that I need to pay, that at the end the business cannot actually be sustainable. So that's what IT is helping with. Just to see a quote that just wanted to reflect on a quote that come from Steve Ballmer. Steve Ballmer was saying the number one benefit of information technology is that it empowers people to do what they want to do, and it lets people be creative. It lets people be productive. It lets people learn things they didn't think they could learn before. And so, in a sense, it is about potential. So what I really want to tell the audience here is that IT is here to help you to develop your potential, to really use that to optimize whatever you are good at, and whatever you want to do, and really optimize that. You look at how you can be more creative using tools. Look at how you can do things, um, uh, um, cut the time that you take to do certain things. I mean, we've seen, for example, a lot of, especially with the phone, the key thing that people can do now with the phone. People are even running business using their phone on WhatsApp. And so, I mean, it doesn't cost a lot. You can communicate with different people. You can call them, you can see them, you can send documents, and you can even do what we do right now, do conference just using your phone. So your phone become your office, and that's the power of IT in here. And it helps you also well to communicate really quickly when there's an urgency. You can quickly communicate with somebody that is working with you, maybe in a different region, different country, or and or if the person is not next to you, you can actually solve the problem. So it gives you this power to be very productive, and also to push yourself to get access to the different information, to the people that you need so far. So I just want to zoom into in terms of businesses, because where IT has really been powerful for me was in business. When I started, so I've worked in the oil and gas industry for 20 years, and 6 years ago, decided to become a full-time entrepreneur. But obviously, especially in a country like Australia, you need quite a lot of capital if you really want to have an office. You want to have people working for you. It has actually using IT, using social media, using all the tools. I've been able to run a business with minimal people and really making the most of the global market. So really accessing, accessing skilled workers outside Australia, but at a very cost effective, cost effective price. And it has, you not only help them, because for them, when you give them, this financial power, they can actually do a lot of things where they are. But at the same time, you gain as well, because it helps you to, reduce your operation cost, and be able to, to earn more money and get and make your business sustainable. So what I've seen, I mean, we've talked about the complexity. Sometimes, IT, you really need IT to get through the complexity, and it helps you to manage well your business. For example, you have tools now. You don't really need an accountant all the time. There are software that can, that you can use yourself, or have, somebody that is assisting you to help you to do your account, your day-to-day, bookkeeping, and then you just get an accountant just to certify what's going on. There are a few tools that do that. You have, also for the payment, you don't really need, to get always the cash. There are, you can either use wire transfer. You have PayPal, and you also have, you can send the money via MoneyGram, or all kind of things. So IT again help you, in this process. They also, if you want to access information that will help you to optimize your business, you can go through. I mean, there's Google, there's YouTube, there are all kind of things that can help you to get the information that you want, and then implement, and also see, what is done outside your immediate environment, and see, what works, what doesn't work, and then, implement it locally, so that you can yourself be competitive. So that's really, a good added value for your business. And also for the marketing, that's where, IT has really revolutionized things. You can do marketing through social media, and it costs really nothing sometimes, compared to if you had to have, a marketing team, or go to a professional office, and really spend million, sometimes thousand of dollars, just to get, to your marketing. Now you can, just learn about the software. You have Facebook ads, you have, um, LinkedIn ad, Instagram ad. You just need to, to get the software, sometimes pay a little bit of money, so that, your marketing can be done. You can create a page on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and market yourself. You can create a group. So you create a group of people where you talk about what you do, and then you can, through that, get some clients. And even for education, if you're studying, you can have access to information, to group of people, on social media. There are group of, there are schools, represented, and there are online courses that you can have. So a lot of things that, I've used so far, especially on the financial side, which was something that I didn't know when I started business, and it was a very important aspect of being successful. So really went into, getting, those training, and sometimes free, sometimes, had to pay for the training, but I didn't have to pay for, a ticket to travel or anything, which is, and hotels and all kind of, expenses that come with it. And it also helps you to manage your resources. You can manage your resources because the communication is straightforward. You have your phone, you have your email, you have, a different way of communicating. So it's not like, when we were young. I mean, I'm not going to give my age here, where, when you wanted to talk to somebody, you had to meet somewhere, and then if like the person is not coming, then you don't get the information, you don't get anything, because we didn't have mobiles, we didn't have, we barely had, we have those fixed phone, but it was very expensive. So now, everything it has, it's just a click, and then you can communicate and manage your people. And then people sometimes don't actually need to be in the office. We see that now with COVID, that people can work from home and still communicating, because the platforms are there. There's a cloud between to exchange information, and you can still get the support. If there's a problem, you can still interact with the customer support, or your IT team that can help you to do your work. And IT as well. I mean, what IT has helped me with is to get new opportunity, because sometimes the local market can be very restricted. And what I've been able to do is, sitting here in Australia, it's access market shares in India, in North America, in Africa. So really opening up, those opportunities because of IT, because of the internet, and because of what's going on. So really capitalizing on this power that the internet gave us, because it's available, it's cheap, and we can do so many things. So just to summarize, for different industry, we've seen in healthcare now. I was talking to a colleague. She used to work in IT in a company where I was working, and now she's putting this platform where she will be able to. You will have somebody sitting regionally somewhere in a remote area, but can actually access health, health care from another area, and without actually paying much. So she's been working on this platform, and it's really going to revolutionize the way healthcare is done. I see here, for example, in Australia, in regional, doctors are now basically talking to their patient on the internet. They don't really go and live in the regional area. They only move there if there's an emergency, and they treat or bring the patient in the city. Otherwise, they just go and treat them, and then they come back. So everything is done online because of IT. We've seen in some countries, for example, in the public sector, country like Estonia, where everything is done, there's an e-government cabinet. It's basically everything is done online. You have the e-health service, you vote online, and everything, your tax, everything is done online. Even the parking, everything is done online. So it basically gives you the part not to go anywhere. You can do everything from one place. The marketing, I've talked about the marketing. The marketing is really been revolutionized, with IT and all the social media platform. And a key thing where IT is important is in those humanitarian cause as well. You see now group connecting with each other from one country to another, and it gives them a bigger voice, and they can actually go through the system and use create platform where they're going to be heard, and where they're going to have power to do something. So I've talked about the energy sector again. We see more and more powerful tools, especially computer power, to be able to deliver a great project. I myself used to do what those two person are doing. I used to collect the data from the ground, and then through IT it would come into those machine, and then I would use some software to evaluate that, and also come up with what this well or this reservoir will give in terms of money or economics, and do simulation based on that. So at the beginning I used to go a lot on the field, because I needed the data, collect them, put them on a USB or whatever, and then bring it. But now it's transferred directly. You just get it without having to go on the ground and talk to the people just face to face. So, I mean, a lot of good thing, a lot of big power, but I think what we need to understand is that there's always an other side of the thing where it can also be dangerous if we don't use information technology very well. There's been a lot of issue on cyber security, because everything now is online. All our data is online. But what happened if somebody access it? And that's the key problem that needs to be always in our mind, is that yes, we have all of this, but we need to protect our data. We need to understand that we can't just stay and use I only IT. There's still the human touch to have. And like everything, it shouldn't be done to the extreme, so or used to the extreme. So that's all I had to share. And if there are questions later on, I'm more than happy to address them.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. That is timely informative. Truly, guys, information technology is an interesting revolution these days, especially this global pandemic that we're in. So let's be a part of it.
Mhm.
We have to give thanks to our speaker here, ma'am. She shared her topic with motivational dynamic learners. And I am certain you guys have our viewers have acquired so much that will help them improve or feed their skills. So we will be looking at a vast of questions later with Ma'am Miriel, ma'am. Thank you once again, ma'am, and we will see you later on our Q&A.
You
Thank
are
you, ma'am.
welcome.
All right. Without much further ado, but before that, our third speaker, I would like to remind you guys that you are welcome to share, mention, and like on our comment box on your community. Invite your friends. So let's go to our third and last speaker of tonight. He is Dr. Sani Ahonse. And once again, guys, She is the he is the founder of My Blockchain Travel, the director of the blockchain education. He is an educator, a chartered accountant, business consultant, and training consultant in private, public, and voluntary sector. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Dr. Ahonse. Hello, sir. Sir, I think you are muted. We can't hear you. Um, Sir Ahonse, we can't hear your mic, your audio.
Sir Sunny, you are muted, sir. Please unmute yourself first. Sir, back to the StreamYard again. Back to the StreamYard again. And that's your browser. Minimize it. Back to StreamYard again. Now unmute yourself first. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Very good. Very good. Is Angela is FTAY9
Sir,
F.
sir, 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 you have to share your screen again.
Yes, I'm going to do that right away.
Yeah.
I'm doing that remotely just to demonstrate the importance of technology decentralized. Angela, can you hear me? It's FTAY 9FSV 9VS. Angela? Angela, can you hear me? Angela, can you hear me?
Text it to me. Just take a picture and text it to me.
No.
I cannot talk.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I am on right now. Yes. Just take it. No, that's okay. Just take it.
So we're waiting for
FTAY 9FVS. Okay. Can you see my screen right now?
Sure, we can't see your screen. We
Okay.
are waiting for your screen, sir.
Okay. Share screen. Share. Window. Share. Share. Window. Okay.
Sir, the
Okay. Have you got it now? Can you all see
Sir.
my screen?
Sir, we cannot see your screen right now.
How can you not see it? Because I can see it. Okay. Let's see now if you can see it. Can you see it now?
No, sir. No, sir. You did it previously. You did it previously before unmute yourself.
Correct.
That's the way you can share. That's the way. Please do the same.
Can you see now?
Yeah, now is it visible? Now
Yes.
is it visible, sir? Just make it presentation mode.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Can you can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see, but this is not in presentation mode.
No. I'll be able to present it. Not a problem.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Very good. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, every single one on this particular platform. I'm thanking for all of you who have actually organized this particular platform as well. What we're talking about today is what is the impact of modern technology in terms of modern medicine. Isn't that really amazing? And we're all now looking for affordable, decentralized healthcare system that will be able to provide opportunity for every single one on the planet. Are we not? And are we not living in an age where everyone need to have access to affordable healthcare in the comfort of your own home and of your mobile phone? Isn't that really wonderful? Isn't that really amazing? This is what this presentation is all about. I think Maria and Kristen, they have done marvelous job in terms of analyzing the impact of modern technology in various aspects of our life. But I will be focusing on how modern technology had impacted for the benefit of whole human race, how technology had made things available. I'll be addressing the issue of the historical development of medicine right from ancient Greece, Egypt, Rome, and Babylon. I'll be discussing about the father of medicine, the Hippocrates, and his Hippocratic oath, how he has actually affected even our medical student up to today about the oath. Traditional medical intervention in relation to technologically available alternatives. and case study of using MediLife as a base in order to discuss that these are possible and how MediLife is exploring different possibilities. Is that good enough for everyone? Is everybody able to hear that? Can you all hear my story so far? Is everybody listening to me?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you all hear me? Then you have to respond. I don't know whether you're listening or not.
Yes, sir. You are loud and clear, sir.
Very
And
good.
it's a
Very
very
good.
inspirational presentation.
According to Dr. Raj Panjabi, he said illness is universal, but access to treatment is further away from our grasp. Isn't that really what a very critical statement? And the story I'm going to tell you right now will demonstrate that particular fact. Let's go back to the ancient time in Rome, in Egypt, and what contribution they have made up to date to modern medicine. Well, the practice in modern medicine in Egypt, for example, was in the hand of priests who preached to all the people that it is necessary to perform precise ritual of deprivation, temperance, extreme cleanliness, and washing day and night. There was no any technology that are involved in the process. How about the Greek? The Greek tended to believe that most ailments, most diseases, could be healed by prayer to God of medicine, as Asclepius. How about in modern time? How are we actually dealing with all of this? Well, if we go into the Greek, we look into how medicine were practiced that's focused on natural treatment to approaches of or how diseases are being approached. Hippocrates contributed greatly to the evolution of medical practice that is saying medical treatment is separate from divine intervention. So, on the basis of this, what are some of the principal points of Hippocratic medicine that is believed that medicine should be practiced as a science discipline, a scientific discipline based on natural science and diagnosing and preventing disease as well as treating them? So you can see that progressively medicine has progressed over time. And the Hippocratic oath, which is being used up to today, is that respect and support to their teachers. Avoid harming your patient. So the patient is the pivotal, is the focus of medical attention. This was mentioned about 2,500 years ago and still remain a part of the focal point for training for our medical doctors up to today. Isn't that really amazing? The hypocritical approach also mentioned things relating to what doctors need to do, cause no harm to anyone. It's amazing, isn't it? And today we have traditional interventions and high-bound in relation to technologically available alternatives. How has IT, how has computer, how has technology brought about additional therapy, additional protocol that will benefit the whole human race? Yes, that will enable you to have doctors in your pocket and hospital in your home. Well, I tell you my story very quickly, and this story is quite important and is poignant. It was a story that relates to my son 10 years ago. My son was ill in London, and I took him to A&E, accident and emergency. As we were within the accident and emergency, we were there waiting for a doctor for 11 hours. 11. Then I now say, how then do we deal with this situation? Due to the excruciating pain I went through that night, I was determined to do something about it by bringing about technologically enhanced protocol that can enable a patient to connect with a doctor regardless of geography you're in. And this is what has happened. By creating MediLives, and within creation of that MediLife, creating the possibility for a patient to connect with a doctor 365 any time of the day. What are some of medical conditions we're talking about here? Well, if you can see from my screen, chronic diseases, diabetes, hypertension, Parkinson, various form of viruses, arthritis, lack of sleep, insomnia, fibromyalgia, migraine. All of these are all part of diseases that today technologically enhanced product can deal with some of these medical conditions, non-invasive, powered by technology that resonate with our body and create solution to the problem we have. I personally suffer from some of those medical conditions, like lack of sleep is one of my major. But I have a device here that can help me to sleep. Technology enhanced therapy that provides solution to our problems. Now, what this system is doing, what MediLife system is doing, is very, very simple. It's creating a system whereby the doctors and the pharmacists, they can work hand in hand, and MediLife provide what is called a complementary approach to the traditional approach. We complete the whole process of medical dispensation. Isn't that really amazing? Because we believe that one approach, one therapy may not be suitable for every single medical condition. Therefore, alternatives need to be explored. And that's what MediLife does. We have product today that can deal with any form of medical condition that somebody might be in or might be suffering from using the power of technology. Yes, the approach for MediLife is with Uberized welfare and medical dispensation. Everyone should have quick access to a doctor from any part of the globe, any time of the day. One-to-one, yes, the process of medical attention, medical intervention is decentralized in the sense that you do not necessarily have to go to the hospital, walk to the hospital, but in the comfort of your own home, you can have one-on-one attention with a doctor. Isn't that really amazing? Isn't that what life should be? Isn't that really what modern technology that moved away from Egypt, that have moved away from Babylon, that moved away from Rome, but bringing about a generation of quantum generation that machine are able to diagnose you in the comfort of your own home. Machine are able to provide prognosis. Machine are able to provide prescription. A machine is able to provide treatment, fix it. So it's able to identify the organ, the pathology, the cause, the root cause of that medical condition, and also provide solution for it. Men and women, boys and girls, who are on this particular platform are on a global scale. Isn't it wonderful that we have technology in our time that will enable medicine not only to get to us on time, but for us to receive the needed help? And just to think of it in a moment, United Nations has, the World Health Organization has, that there should be about 11,000 people to one doctor. But today, in certain countries, there are more than 1 million people to a doctor. And in certain countries that are technologically or medically advanced, like the UK, the Germany, the America, we have so many doctors in the ratio to patient or demographics. But with the advent of technology, Medilife had demonstrated that a doctor can be based in London and the patient is based in Scotland. The patient is based in Mexico. The patient is based in Ethiopia, in Israel, in any part of the globe, and is able to receive medical attention from that particular medical personnel. 365 days, 724, 365. Isn't that really amazing? And product can be made available to you in any country you're in. Innovation technology is order of the day, whereby patient data can be preserved in a way that that information and the doctor-patient relationship is maintained at all times. Are we grateful to modern technology and for what it's doing to human race? Yes, we are. So from the times of the baby boomers of the 19th century and in the 50s and 60s into the millennium of the 90s and the 80s, and today we live in a quantum generation where healthcare has been truly progressed in its capacity, diagnose, prescribe, prognose with technologically enhanced therapy. Because of this, I have taken in the mandate to be able to make sure that people have access to medical dispensation based on my experience. Yeah, not just for select few who should have access to medical dispensation, but everyone around the globe. We at Medilife, we believe that location should not be a determining factor for us to seek medical intervention. We also believe at Medilife that alternative approaches, which I call AD, alternative doctors, are relevant in our modern day. Homeopathic and other technologically enhanced products that provide health, affordable health and well-being to many, many people around the globe. On the basis of that, remember I said to you, I'm an author, yeah, a world-changing blockchain. Within this book, I have not only discussed about blockchain, but I've also discussed how Medilife technologically enhanced medical and health and well-being dispensation can help the whole human race. Available on Amazon, yeah, as #1 bestseller. Yes, with the aid of technology, it is possible to walk around on the street with your doctor in your pocket. It is possible to have hospital in your own home. We are not saying that people are not going to go to the hospital. What we're saying, however, is that it is very possible that not only having a first-hand access to a medical dispensation in the comfort of your own home, but doing that affordably and also creating alternative and possibility of variety of therapies. I mean, loads of our case study of how we have helped so many patients who are suffering from different medical conditions are available on our website. Do you know anyone who is suffering from any of these medical conditions? Stroke, chronic diseases, diabetes, any. We are exposed with our doctors and pharmacists and other medical professionals around the world, including alternative doctors. We have access to ability to be able to help people all over the world with over 2,500 medical conditions. Isn't that really amazing? Yes, infusion of modern technology has really not only helped my situation as a parent to look after my own son and daughter in the comfort of my own home, but no longer waiting at the hospital or having to travel from one particular. You do not have to travel from Scotland to London to receive medical attention. You can receive that from the comfort of your own mobile phone in your own home. You don't have to be in Egypt to receive medical attention from somebody based in Ghana. You can receive that help of that doctor based in Ghana, assisting somebody in Egypt, assisting somebody in South Africa, in America, in every part of the world. Yes, truly, technology had enabled proximity, and modern medicine's infusion with technology not only going to help now, in fact, is going to expand our lifespan and will bring in the needed medical intervention and health and well-being intervention that is needed. MediLife is in the forefront of pioneering a system of infusion of medicine and technology. Our app can be downloaded on Android or Apple, just MediLife, and it'll be officially available now for you today. And that is the good news. So have a good day, afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you live. I hope this has been an informed presentation of how infusion of technology with modern medicine will benefit the whole human race. Good day. Kalvik, are you there?
Ma'am, unmute yourself.
Oh, thank you very much, Sir Sunny. Once again, that is a transformational and fantastic presentation. And I believe you've been able to give useful insights to this topic. This is very important nowadays, and that our participants got the important takeaways. So, guys, grab the book now, grab a copy. And once again, thank you very much, Sir Sunny. We will see you on our Q&A after the quiz competition. Thank you, sir.
Fantastic. Are you going to unmute me or you want me to mute myself? Kalvik?
Okay, sir, we'll get back to you later. You can unmute yourself now. Thank you, sir. So, with that, we will have now our quiz competition. Time for quiz competition. So, everybody, log into www.quizcompetition.co Hi! Welcome, everybody! Let me welcome our joiners at the quiz competition, Miss Jojalyn Dada Villarmino. Welcome. Miss Teresa L. Gabriel. Mr. Edward D. Awas Jr. Ma'am April R. Santiano. Miss Abigail Hugo. Mr. Wilfred P. Gakula. Welcome, everybody. As we are waiting for everybody to join, you can join us on www.slido.com. The code is IGP quiz. Link in comment box. So guys, don't forget, if you can also have your phone to join the slido.com hashtag IGP quiz. Once again, I would like to welcome new joiners, Princess Sarah Olivar, Jessa May Rivera, Jonas Balingin, Emily Franje, Imelda B. Salazar. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Kate Boadilla, Janice Kachin. Welcome to Slido. Clyde Elena. Okay, our first question is, our phone, our information technology, is it true or false? Guys, is it true or false? So we have 98% answered true. And that is the correct answer. 98% got it right. Okay, the next question is, what is technology? Is it computer games or a new discoveries and making of things? What is technology? Are these computer things or new discoveries? Okay, guys, voting is closed. New discoveries, making of things is the right answer. 96% got it right. Okay, a leaderboard. Congratulations, Mr. Dennis. Number three question, having a lot of importance and influence is high quality or high powered? Is having a lot of importance and influence is a high quality or high powered? Okay, we can check the 53% answered high quality, but the answer is high powered because we are talking about importance and influence. The leaderboard, Mr. Ginto. Okay, definition of communication. Is it accomplished too quick or sharing of feelings and thoughts? Is the definition of communication is to accomplish too quick or sharing of feelings and thoughts? 210. Okay, 95% answered sharing of feelings and thoughts, and that is the correct answer. Number four question. What situations benefit from good communication skills? Is it de-escalating a situation, giving commands to other officers, giving verbal communication, or all of the above? Okay, guys, who answered? And what percent answered? Okay, 95% answered all of the above. Yes, and that is the correct answer. Mr. Dennis Ginto is still the top. Technology, is it human-made systems that can help solve human problems, or it is the determination of quantitative or qualitative risk? Okay, guys, three, two, one, and 86% answer the correct answer. Question number 7. What is the definition of digital technology? It includes any piece of equipment containing, or is it a term used to describe online technology? Okay, have you answered? 63% said it is a term used to describe online technology, but the correct answer is it is a digital technology includes any piece of equipment containing. Oh, we have a new leaderboard. Number 8 question. Are disadvantage of digital technology for innovation? Is it naming new products? Is it very expensive to develop new products? What are your answer, guys? And this is 3210. Voting closed. And 75% answered it is very expensive to develop new products. Yes, information technology. Technology is expensive, especially these days. Number 9 question. The digital divide decreases as new technology is introduced. Is it true or false? Is it true that digital divide decreases as new technology is introduced? 65% answer it is true, but the correct answer is false. Digital devices do not decrease as technology is introduced. And we have our last and final question. Digital access is the right of having access to technology. Is it true or false? Digital access is the right of having access to technology. And the voting is closed, and 97% answered true. But it is the correct answer. Well done, everybody. We will now have the leaderboard. Okay, congratulations to the top 10. Number 1, congratulations, quiz competition winners. Our top 10 is, here we go. It's Miss Shira Jane Laderas got 10 points. Mr. Nico Ronem de Ronaga, third Jomari Texon. Sherilyn Callejo Yamaguchi, Dennis Ginto Cerso, Naung Latun, Janice Kachin, Ana Marie Caramto, Lara Jane Lopez, and Ariel V. Mabansag. Congratulations, top 10 winners. A round of applause for perfect points. Congratulations, guys. You will have your certificates. Okay. Later on, we will have Hi, guys. So, participants are requested to ask questions in the comment box. Please address speaker's name. After the Q&A, we will share certification process. So, does everybody have a question? Okay, ma'am. Everybody are requested to ask their question in the comment box. You can address the speaker's name. We have three speakers for today, excellent speakers. So, we have our first question. I think this is for all the speakers. In what ways can we do to measure the benefits and drawbacks of the new innovation? Ma'am, would you like to answer, Ma'am Maria?
Thank you for the question. Uh, I think obviously, innovation is the flavor of the of the moment. We all talk about innovation, especially when it comes down to information technology, and I think through my presentation I show what can be do what we can how we can use how we can optimize IT, but there's also the drawback, the side where we expose ourselves, because all the data we especially if we only rely on technology, we can actually expose ourselves if there is a threat, cyber security, or somebody that are actually not uh, can actually use the data to do something else. For example, I've seen here a lot of the telephone company outsource all the services outside Australia. And we get people calling us, or people, using the data to reach out to us to ask for favor, or to ask for, services illegally, so that they can, they can profit from that as well. So I don't know where to draw the line, but I think what is important is you need to see, if innovation is helping you, either in your business, either socially, either, in your community, especially if you do a lot of activism. Is it, really creating, a positive value, or is it something that is, on the contrary, impairing yourself? Because sometimes, there are things that when we only do thing online, we lose touch with, the humanity in a way. I mean, you've seen some family, they sit at the table, and then everybody has, his phone, and sometime, your child is sitting in his room, and is sending you a text. So you don't want that. You need to, you need to draw a line. So you I don't know if there's a formula or something that I can tell you, but I think you will know, if it create a positive impact in your life. Yes, you want this kind of innovation, but if it's creating additional problem, and really not, benefiting you, you want to stay away from it.
Thank you, ma'am.
I
That's
don't know if it addressed the question.
yes. So, let the questions keep coming, ma'am. This is from Lamberto Pilatan Jr. Dr. Ahonzi, are you there, sir?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, sir. Mr. Lamberto Pilatan Jr. has a question for you. How
Okay.
could how could Midlives help people with stroke improve their health condition? How could Midlives help people with stroke improve their health condition. Yes, sir.
Very good. Very interesting question. We have, I'm sure everyone can hear me. We have a lot of patients who are on different medical conditions, and our doctors and medical professionals all over the world can help them remotely, decentralized system. With the aid of technology, we are able to bring together the patient to a doctor at any point in time. All the patient needs to do is simply to contact MediLives and they want a consultation. Then we will send them a form for a consultation and they pay the appropriate consultation uh, fee. Then we have doctors of different specialization to attend to their medical conditions. We have patients all the way from in America, in Germany, in England, in different parts of Africa who are consulting with our medical professional as we speak. So this is the way we assist patients to connect with doctors, and that connection could be any time of the day. So because of different time zones, there is no any barrier in terms of time zone, no in terms of geography. That is the whole essence of Medilabs. I hope that helps.
Thank you, sir. So, we have here a question from Mr. Rian Jun Huali. For both speakers, what do you think is or are the greatest technologies nowadays that made breakthroughs during this pandemic time? Yes, sir, ma'am. Who would answer first?
Is that a question for me?
This is for the both of you, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So I think yes. I mean, we've seen a company like Zoom, triple or even I think see 10 times, uh, um, have more users because everybody was online. So the conferencing has been working really well. I think WhatsApp as well has been, the phone has been also working well. And I think in term of payment, a lot of people actually started to get familiar with things like blockchain, cryptocurrency, understand a little bit more what it's all about, in a way to overcome what's going on, because we don't know with everything that's going on with the banks, and so the financial system might be completely disturbed. So a lot of, we've seen a lot of people looking at, things like cryptocurrency, getting more familiar with blockchain, and also some of the health application, because people are, confined, so they really want to, some of them really want to still get, some exercise. So really looking for those health application, and also, shopping online. I think the shopping online, I mean, a company like Amazon have made so much money during the pandemic because people shop online. I mean, either for food, for anything. So we've been those e-commerce platform explode basically during the pandemic.
So, thank you, ma'am. Dr. Hansi, do you have something to add to?
Yes, I do actually. Miriam,
Yes.
that's really amazing. And technology, there is no doubt we have to live in a time of technology, not only to communicate, but also to provide solution from doctor to patient in any geography they live in. And that's why in my recent article, I described the generation that we live in, a quantum generation. What is quantum? Well, quantum is a technology that really resonates with nature. So when pure art of nature meshes with pure art of technology, and we live in a in an opportune moment where we can really explore and optimize the way we look after patient in any part there are. I mean, as Maria had mentioned, companies like Zoom, companies like WhatsApp, they have really epitomized and demonstrated beyond reasonable doubt the usefulness of technology infusion and applying it in medicine or medical health and medical environment is actually more compelling now when having seen the advent of COVID and the impact it had on people and in their lives. We not only needed technology in terms of COVID and the period of necessity, but it's a necessity at all times. Hence, the fundamental reason why technology had really improved. And this is not just about the future. We at Medilife, we're already applying technological enhanced therapy to make people's life better. I mean, we got some of our consultants all the way from Greece or America who are helping a lot of patients in England. Isn't that really amazing? So technology will go further, it will go forward, backward, sideways in bringing about the needed solution to human race. I know at the moment I have spoken to a lot of doctors in my community. The apprehension they have is that if the doctor begin to apply technology or using technologically enhanced product, they're going to lose their job.
Mhm,
But that's actually far away from the truth.
mhm,
Technology will enhance the doctor's ability to be able to look after. Rather 10 patients today, they can look after 100 a day. Can you see what we're saying here? And in certain countries around the world, rather than patient waiting, traveling for miles and miles before they can meet a practitioner, they don't have to do that. They can do that in the comfort of their own home, in their villages, in their own village. And more importantly, just simply using their mobile phone. If you travel to any country on holiday, you can still have contact with your preferred doctor of your choice at a distance. Hence, what MediLife is saying, with the aid of technology, that have brought about proximity to everyone, not only applying it in terms of communication, but to every spectrum of our lives.
So, thank you, sir. So we have also another question from Facebook user. In 21st century, what is the common barriers using technology? So, sir, ma'am, we would like to answer this question.
hmm.
You want me to go first or Maria?
You can go first.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay. Hi, Maria. Hi, everyone. Yeah. Barriers to modern technology, any new thing, any new innovation, always having some barriers. Why? Because the current status quo, some people are benefit from that, no matter how inefficient it is. Hence, to move that status quo from where it is now to a bigger picture is the fear of the unknown. Plus, there's what is called selfishness in terms of those current players who are actually controlling the market. They do not want to lose their own source of income at that point in time. But little did they realize that if they move alongside with the modern and the advanced technology, everyone benefits in the process. That's one, fear of the unknown. And the second one is the fact that the current player do not want anything to affect their source of income because they consider that to be a pension for themselves. The second one is education. People are apprehensive. People do not know much about computing or modern technology, particularly the baby boomers, people that were born in the 50s and 60s, right? They call them the baby boomer generation, which they have some so fear, the phobia for uh, for cyber phobia in terms of actually touching a computer. Uh, Current research has shown that 60% of doctors are in their older generation, in their 50s and 60s. And most of these doctors do not have the exposure that the current generation of the millennium or the quantum generation of the 2000 have had in terms of having access to a computer. So education is one, as I've just mentioned. And the other one is the cost of actually, when computer came out initially, I remember that a main or a laptop computer could cost as much as £4,000, 5,000. So that created another resistance for people to generate and invest so much money in the computer itself. And fourthly, or the fifthly, is the occupational bias. People like doctors and other healthcare professionals were resistant in terms of applying technology in medical environment. But it is only now that they begin to see, in a very marginal sense, that it will be advantageous for everyone to use technologically enhanced communication in terms of medical field and in terms of actually providing medicine for people. We're exploring certain aspects of medical therapy at the moment based on bioresonance frequency medicine that can really deal with about 2,500 medical infirmities, diseases in our body by just setting it on a frequency level. I mean, I used to suffer from insomnia badly. Now, all I need to do when I'm going to sleep, I simply set it on stop insomnia. And I've got non-invasive product that can address my medical condition that I have suffered from for the last 8 years. The moment I put this on, within 30 minutes, I'm gone. I'm sleeping. So technology has brought in a lot of opportune moment, but because people, number one, they're afraid, or two, it's going to affect their own income or personal income center of profession, and three, some measure of ignorance, and four, inability to learn new techniques, new innovation. These are some of the barriers that is actually preventing people going into technologically improved aspect of life, not just in medicine, but in other aspects of life as well. But the good news is this: we are making a lot of impact, a lot of improvement, whether it's oil and gas, whether it is automobile, whether it's in healthcare. The progress is actually magnificent, and it will continue to do so in the very near future.
Okay, sir. Ma'am, do you have something to add before I would read the other question?
No, I think everything has been said. What I would ask is sometime also the culture. I mean, the cultural aspect can be strong and a big blockage to, using innovation or using, the IT that is available. So that can be a key one as well.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that. So we will move on to our next question. Georgie Montimore asks, how does IT help the society? Does it really helpful or destructive for humans? Ma'am Meryl Tulikima. Ma'am?
Yeah, great question because we see, a lot of things, especially when we look at, um, robotics and AI that is, building up. There's a lot of fear for, having those robots and those, IT tools replacing human and being and basically having human sideline. But I think what we have to understand is that, it's a process that is necessary. At IT is here to stay. And as human, we just have to be smarter and understand to use, how to use those tools. And I think IT has been powerful to push some of the cause. We've seen, things like, especially in the woman sphere, things like the Me Too movement, which was started online and basically address, some issue that women have, with sexual harassment and things like that. We've seen, group, using the IT to do activism for a lot of people. You can be, for example, in a country where there's no freedom of speech, but you can access, through the internet or through different medium, access to people in country where they have this freedom and they can advocate for you. So I think there's, like everything, there's two sides, of things. You need to understand, what really do you want to accomplish, what is, the mission that you have, and then, use IT as a tool to help you to get there. But the tool itself is really, neutral. It's really about, the people that use them. If they are bad people, I mean, they will use it, for the wrong reason. If they are good people, they'll find a way to use the IT to do good things. So it's really going to represent the impact of IT will be just, representative of us as human being. Who do we are? What are the value that we bring in? And what value do we use to, do we add to this, to use, those IT tools? So I don't think it's about being good and wrong. It actually about what men and women are going to do with it. If they go with the right intention, that's fine. Because we've seen, for example, when you look at guns, somebody made guns, but now it's about, how people use it. Some people are going to use it to do, to kill other people without any, without thinking about, the consequences. Some other people are just going to use it when it's necessary to defend themselves. So it's the same. We have this tool. It's now, how are you going to use it? Are you going to use this for the best or for the worst? And that's really where I want to leave it.
Ma'am, that is informational and timely. And that is the reality in IT.
Mhm.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I hope we can have more answers from you, but at this point, we will have to say goodbye for now to our informative speakers. Thank you, ma'am and sir, for the
You're welcome.
answers. Truly knowledgeable and enlightening. Thank you, Sir Sunny and Ma'am Miril. Hope to see you soon on our other webinar.
Thank you so much. Thanks you for organizing this show. It has been informative. I'm sure a lot of people will find it very, very useful indeed.
Mhm. Thank you so much for, having this platform and inviting us. Thanks.
Marianne, you have to connect with me on LinkedIn.
Okay, no problem. I'll do
Yeah,
that.
wonderful. How about Christy? Is Christy there, the first presenter?
Sure, Kashi.
She left. She left, I think, after she
Okay,
presented. Yeah, she had another commitment.
okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Mister, so have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good morning, depending on where you are around the globe.
Okay.
Actually, sir, Ma'am Christiana has a class, and that's the reason she joined in a class.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem. Kashik, thank you so much for helping and being patient
Thank you,
with
sir.
me
Thank
in
you,
terms
sir.
of this. So hopefully next time I won't have that difficulties. I know how to use this now. I'm I'm used to Zoom. Straightforward attachment is so easy. This is quite complicated.
But sir, this platform is something different from others.
Yes, it is.
Because in Zoom we have lots of restriction. Like if you are in the paid version, then you can allow 100 participant, you can allow 300 participant.
I
But
see.
but in our all the webinar we have more than 700, 800, even though 1000
No,
plus live
Kaushik, you
viewers.
can actually have on Zoom, you can limit it, then the rest move to
Sir,
YouTube
sir, on that
or
case,
they go to Facebook. Yeah, you
sir,
can
on
do.
that case, yeah, sir, on that case, you have to invest $100.
Not
But
necessarily.
but so this one is non-profitable organization. So
I understand. I understand. No, I'm used to it now, so it's okay.
thank you, sir. Thank you,
Yeah,
ma'am.
All right.
no
Thank you
problem.
very much.
Okay.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, thank you for our great speakers. Our first webinar series program. We have five-part webinar series. Topic: Authentic Assessment in Teaching and Learning. We have here part 1 on October 1, part 2 October 4, part 3 October 7, part 4 October 10, and part 5 October 26. Dear live viewers, we already posted today's quiz competition. You can check it out. And you have to book your seat on www.eduigp.com for the evening session on this five-part webinar series, Authentic Assessment in Teaching and Learning. We have our second webinar series program. We have four-part webinar series. We have here Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment. So guys, enroll yourself now. Part Okay, we have to announce now our certification. But before that, today's program name is Importance of Information and Technology. Guys, today is September 10th, and here's the certification link. You can check also in the comment box. Certification link now available in comment box and pinned comment. Certification link will be available always in this program. It is posted on Facebook page, Facebook group, YouTube description. So, certification process. You can claim your certificate in two ways. Direct link from comment box, pinned comment, and post description. If you're not able to click this link, please direct browse www.eduigp.com for all information together. Find today's program, then the process are the same. Browse the step 3 www.eduigp.com or the given link. You will be redirected in this page of our website. As you can see, you can click the enroll now, and we have here the YouTube link. If you are new, create your account. If you have an account, then log in directly. After that, find the seminar title and get enrolled. So we have here the sample. On September 10th, step 4, please note, certificate code required today's program is code IGP1414. Without code, no one is eligible for certificates. With code, you can claim your certificates anytime. That is code IGP1414. September 10, Importance of Information and Technology. Okay, guys, you can screenshot or take a note. The step 5. With code, click Get Your Certificate. Okay, guys, you can put the code IGP 1414, and you can click Get Your Certificate. That is step 5 in claiming your e-certificates. Oh, and Mr. Lamberto Pilatan Jr. downloaded it already, and they are so thankful. We have 3 that have already downloaded, and the numbers are coming. We have a fast and non-traffic e-cert claiming tonight. There's a lot of viewers thanking the IGP. Okay, our next webinar is on September 11, that is tomorrow, evening session. We have supporting learning through interactive learning tools, and we have 3 speakers from the Philippines. September 12, reading interventions during pandemic. This is a morning session. This is the 118th session of IGP, guys. And we have 3 speakers from the Philippines also. That is 9:30 in the morning. And May Faith Caneda also claimed her certificate. Okay, you can book also our evening session on September 12, Developing a Miracle Mindset. We have 2 from United States, 1 from the UK, and 1 from Trinidad and Tobago. On September 13 evening session, we have research methodology and literature review. We have 2 speakers from the Philippines. And on September 14, evening session, the importance of health and wellness. We have 3 speakers, 1 from Nigeria, India, and United Kingdom. On September 15, 2021, it is the 21st Skills in Education and Integration of Technology. We have 3 speakers from Albania. On September 16, also in an evening session, The Power of Women Leaders. We have 3 speakers, 1 from United Arab Emirates, Puerto Rico, and South Africa. On September 17, evening session, Financial Education. We have 3 speakers from the Philippines. On September 18, evening session, The Power of Positive Thinking. 1 from India, 1 from South Africa, and 1 from Mexico. On September 19, morning session. That is the 188th morning session of the IGP. Interactive Learning Strategies in Education. We have 3 speakers from the Philippines. Okay, on the evening session on September 19, we have psychosocial issues of students. We have 2 speakers from India and 1 from Australia. On September 20, evening session, Skills Not Degrees, the Future of Employment Globally. We have 1 speaker from Nigeria and 1 from India. September 22, evening session, Doing Business and Training in the Online World. So we have a speaker from Australia, from Spain and South Africa. We have also evening session on September 24, character formation in educational leadership. Two speakers from the Philippines. That is September 24. September 25, evening session. Learning across areas of math, social studies, and assessment. This is exciting. Three speakers from the Philippines. September 26. This is a morning session, 195th morning session of IGP, Learners Mental Health. We have two speakers from United States. We have the evening session on September 26, the value of enterprise and entrepreneurship education. We have two speakers from South Africa and one from Scotland. September 27, evening session. English, literature, and psychology role in education. Two speakers from the Philippines. Evening session on September 28, innovative teaching strategies amidst pandemic. We have two speakers from the Philippines. On September 29, evening session, communication skills in teaching and learning process. We have one speaker from Vietnam, one from India, and one from Greece. Evening session on September 30. Healthy living equals successful living. We have two speakers from the Philippines, one from the United States, and one from India. Evening session on October 1 is the part 1 of our webinar series. That is authentic assessment in teaching and learning. We have one speaker from Indonesia and one from the Philippines. Evening session on October 2. That is teaching English as a foreign language and assessment. We have two speakers from Indonesia. Yes, that is an evening session. Okay, guys, that's all for the sessions, the upcoming webinars. Once again, don't forget to like, share, and comment on our comment box. Once again, this is the certificate code for today. Today's program name is Importance of Information and Technology, code IGP 1414. Without code, no one is eligible for certificates. And with code, you can claim your certificates anytime. Hello once again. Dear knowledge seekers, I would like to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for attending today's session. And I am optimistic that you learned something new today, which you will be grasping and applying it in your life. Please, once again, leave a review, recommend it on our page if you learned something or we help you a little bit. Don't forget to collect your e-certificate and obviously give a check with IGP. Celebrate with IGP. And please spread the information with your friends and community. We hope to see you all again next webinar. This is Miss Tel. My worthy viewers, collecting your certificate, don't forget, celebrate with IGP and check in our website www.eduigp.com. We hope to see you all again in the upcoming webinar. Until then, Thank you. Let's face this pandemic with smile, positivity, and by feeding our skills at home, stay happy, stay safe. I am once again your host, Miss Del, signing out. Goodbye.